What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Charting Crypto. We're going to get to our daily update of Onyxcoin or XCN, which is up 16.7% today at 2.9. So it's up 16.7%, it says, but that's due to the wick. It actually wicked down to 2.2 a little bit yesterday around 4 p.m. Absolutely insane. Indicators are still a little high here. I know we were talking about that retracement yesterday, so we're still going to go over all those indicators and see what the likely support area for this, or if we're going to see a little bit heavier capitulation on this coin. So as of right now, the all-time high on this was 18 cents 3 years ago. I think we're easily going to overtake that all-time high this bull run before October of this year. All-time low was a year ago. If you would have bought a year ago, you'd be up 41x on your investment. Absolutely insane. If you're interested in picking up XCN, you can actually pick it up on several different exchanges. You can see a list of them down here. There's 8 different pages. So if you want it, you can find it somewhere. So with that, let's get into the price prediction and technical analysis on XCN. All right, everybody, let's get into XCN here. So we're going to start the 4-hour chart, and then we're going to look at the day chart, and then we're going to look at the weekly chart here. So the 4-hour chart, we talked about that in yesterday's video, the possible movement back up to a little bit. The short hour time frame was bullish, but the overall momentum in the longer time frame is bearish. And that's where we're seeing that 16% gain come in. We wicked right to the 618 right here at about 2.2, and we're currently up to about 3. Yeah, we're up to around 3 cents even right now. Indicators on the short-term time frame are still looking really solid for XCN. Your bearish MACDs working towards a bullish crossover. The last 8 hours have been less bearish, more bullish. So that's great. What I would really like to see here on the short-term time frame is this blue start curling back up, because you're not really bullish until blue gets over orange. And as you can see in the short term, we're not really tailing up right now. So hopefully that blue starts curling up a little bit and we can cross over that orange to get some more bullish momentum. The RSI pulled a double top. We're continuing to fall here. We're not putting in higher highs or higher lows. So in the meantime, I do think the RSI is most likely going to see a little bit more retracement on this. Like we talked about yesterday's video, if we draw the horizontal support line right here, this is a general area in which XCN sees a bounce on the RSI as resistance and support. So from where we're currently at, we're at 51 right now. That's all the way down to 42, which does lead me to believe that we're either going to be consolidating sideways right here on the 618 or seeing a heavier drop. But my personal opinion in the short term is we'll most likely see a little bit more volatility around this 3 cents area, and they'll probably consolidate on the 618 for a bit, similar to what we did right here. You can see right there, we did the same thing. We had the pump, we had the capitulation, then we consolidated before we started working our way a little bit higher. Another thing I want to point out is the WTX. WTX is still falling here. We're not curling up whatsoever, so that's indicative of of bearish momentum. The good bullish thing, well, not really bullish thing anymore because blue's below orange, is the stock RSI. The stock RSI is pretty reset right here at about 0.5, guys. Now, we talked about the blue over orange yesterday on the stock RSI in the short term, and that was right here at the bottom, right? The blue cross over the orange. I said, be careful. We've done that several times with blue over orange, and then it reverses a couple different times before we start seeing a rally to the upside. So once we finally start seeing this rally to the upside, that's when we can start getting our hope up. So in the short term right now, I wouldn't be shocked if we just consolidated around this 3 cents area, 2.5 to 3 cents area here in the short term time frame. But let's look at a little bit longer time frame, such as the day chart. This is what I normally look at for coins, is the day chart. We talked about the bearish sentiment on the day chart yesterday, and it's the same, guys. It's the same. We're calling that retracement. We did wick down to that 2.2 area. The MACD on the day chart is still losing its bullish momentum. Let's just hope we're going to be experiencing a fake out like we did right here. Let's hope tomorrow we see a nice engulfing candle. We go a little bit higher like that. Just rinse and repeat like this. So hopefully that's the case. It's all going to be dependent on the 618 support area right here at 2.2, guys. You do not want to break below 2.2 cents for XCN. Write that on a sticky note and slap it on your forehead, because if you break below 2.2 on XCN, that's when we're going to start seeing a pretty heavy capitulation back down to the prior resistance areas back here. But let's not talk too bearish right now, because overall, I am bullish on this coin in the bull run. It's just you had a large pump, guys. You guys ran very, very heavily from the 14th of January, and you don't get green candles forever. You do have slight pullbacks in these monster runs. If we look at the day chart as well, like I mentioned, that's the highest sell signal we've ever printed on the WTX. We got a double top there. We're starting to fall as well. So that's another indicator that, hey, we are currently overbought. We need to cool down a little bit. Think of it like a rocket ship, guys. We shot up to the moon. We're out of fuel right now. We need to come down, dock a little bit, load up on some moon juice, maybe pick some more people up on our cruise, and then we can start rallying up higher from there. And if we look on the stock RSI, we got a double top on the stock RSI day chart. The biggest thing I look for on the stock RSI is on the day chart, because every single time you are down in, you know, that bottom of the stock RSI, that has called the bottom. We've never had like a blue over orange with the blue lower than that when it similar to when we get down to around the 0.5 area. So in the meantime, I do think this might be the play right here on the stock RSI, which does mean we might be seeing some consolidation or some bearish momentum coming in here pretty soon. So I would be keeping an eye on that 618 at 25, 23. We don't want to break that. Let's remove all these drawings and draw a short-term fib. The short-term fib support we're currently riding on it right now at the 786 at 25. So that is our area of confluence. We don't want to break below 25. If we break below 25, we talked about that prior 618, but this is your life support, guys. Your life support is the 618 on this micro fib at 1.5. That was our prior resistance area, you know, 16th, 17th, 18th, all the way until the 23rd of January. We were testing as resistance. So that should be big support right there. And I know people are like, oh man, I don't want my coin to retrace 40%. Nobody does. But in the long term, if you look at that, if we do get a bounce off that 618 right there, that is actually putting in a higher low, and the overall momentum is still bullish for the next run up, which probably would bring us up to about 25 cents. So we are hot on the day chart still. We just need to focus on staying above 2.5. We break below 2.5, there's a good chance you can see a little bit heavier drawdown in that 618 before we start rallying higher from that point on. Now I want to look at the week chart here. This gives us a broader perspective of the overall momentum of the chart. And this is a big thing that I want to show you guys here. This is the first time that we have ever been overbought on the RSI and the weekly, guys. And we're way up here. We're at 96. Absolutely insane. 96 on the weekly. We're off the charts here. We haven't printed a sell signal yet, so that's good. That's good. But we're off the charts there on the WTX, and the stock RSI. Blue is still above orange, which is fantastic. It means that you're still bullish on the weekly. It's just, you can see we're starting to roll over here a little bit. I just don't want to see it go like that. If it goes like that, that's going to confirm some more bearishness. So in the meantime, that's what we're currently focused on. I would just be looking at the day chart. I really don't look at the 4-hour time frame unless you're like a swing trader. In the 4-hour time frame, we're probably going to consolidate, but the overall momentum for XCN right now is maintain above 2.5 cents. We have to stay above 2.5. If we happen to break below 2.5, 1.5 is our life support. My personal opinion is we're not going to see any massive bullish movements here, possibly for the rest of the week, until we get all these indicators reset. We need to reset. We're way overbought. So 2.5, we get below 2.5, we're going down to 1.5 before we start rallying up. And either way, either one of these is still maintaining the overall bullish structure of this uptrend that we're currently in. And then after we finally find a bottom, when we start rallying higher, the next resistance area is at 10 cents, and then inevitably you're at 25 cents. So that is my current prediction on Onyxcoin, guys. I think we just have a little bit of chop to go. Just keep an eye on 2.5. If we break below that, go hide in your bunker. With that, none of this is financial advice. And if there's any coins that you would like me to chart, you can just send me a super chat in the comments and I'll get to your coin as soon as possible. Thank you.